Welcome to the Cult Show. Tonight we'll be talking about The Island of Dr. Moreau from 1996, or as I like to call it, throw up, rotten garbage, and dog shit. Producer Scott, play our bumper.
IBS got you down?
That was off the top of my dome.
That was very nice. Hi, everyone.
Applause.
Look at us. We're here.
You know what I'd rather watch is whatever that cat's doing that plays before us in the commercial.
Oh, scratching at the TV.
It goes like,
It's making people laugh, whatever is happening. So
it's a nice slipper. Everybody loves cat videos.
they do. They're
cat videos.
pretty important.
Today's a blast from the past. 1996. I saw this movie, and when I was 10, and I think it's a movie that only a 10-year-old in the 90s can love.
That's true, because when I said this is our next pick, you were like, oh, all
like,
right, cool.
That movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
We'll get
into it.
Before that, we have to welcome everyone because we haven't been here in, 5 weeks or so, I think?
Yeah.
Been a while. We're excited to be back. We're all pretty much hopped up on chicken and cocaine, so we're ready to go.
I'm not on either of those
chicken.
things.
No chicken.
No cocaine either.
I'm on those things and then some.
And then, hey,
That's why I'm driving this ship,
that's right.
this Titanic,
Thank you for
That's what
volunteering.
we let her think.
Yeah, she's
driving this boat straight to an iceberg.
Anyway, it's happy times to be back with everyone. Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, I touched your mic a little
Touched
bit.
my
I don't think
mic.
I touched it to move it.
Excuse me.
Just kind of bumped. It was really
Excuse me.
these
It's
mics
in our faces
are
now.
really in our personal space
Yeah, but
now.
the sound is
They're-
so
But it's
much
worth it for
better
the sound.
now.
It's
It
worth
is
it.
so much. Chat, can tell them how much better the sound is this week.
They're
Yeah.
right in our craw.
You guys sound so good.
too.
Sound good. Earlier, Scott said we didn't look good because of the lighting, and we said just put us in the dark. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to be.
It's where we
I wish we
grow
were
and
kind of like
thrive.
Mystery Science 3000 or one theater,
Just
whatever the fuck,
silhouetted.
where it's just our silhouettes.
Yeah,
That'd probably be best for everybody.
it'd be easier.
One day.
One day.
One day.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
So between busyness of life and illness, I had a cold. I had a really yucky cold, so we've been gone, but now we're back. I watched two things. Well, first of all, I watched some Righteous Gemstones here and there. Still have 2 more episodes to go.
Okay.
God,
I won't
love
give it
that
away.
show.
I won't
God,
give it
I
away.
love that show so much. Have you seen? You're done.
I'm done.
Did you cry?
Not a cry. It was. I mean, it was a sadness. You know.
Was there a tear?
Because there was a tear. Sure.
Okay.
They ended it well.
Okay, I have complete faith.
Yeah.
But I watched 2 movies. I watched a slightly olderish one from a few years ago, I think, called The Wind on Shudder, and it's like a historically set horror movie, which I love historically set horror movies and books, and that was quite enjoyable little film. And then I finally watched Abigail too from that last year,
Oh.
and I love a creepy kid.
Yeah.
And I loved her. I loved her so much. I thought she was just so adorable and magical. And I loved her ballet. And is super funny too. Like there's lulls, but there's also blood. I love those guys. Radio Silence. Is that the guys that did
Sure.
it? And they also did Ready or Not. I think that's
Sure.
what-
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I love them. They've
Yeah.
I've got my trust in them.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie a lot.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And it had that one guy that popped up in everything for a while. Right?
Dan,
He was a bad guy.
Dan Stevens?
Yeah, Dan Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on Downton Abbey. He's been in a few other horror movies too.
Yeah. Just all of a sudden, like I saw
Well,
him
he was in
in multiple
Cuckoo.
things.
He,
He was in Cuckoo.
he played the Beast.
He's in The Guest.
in
He's
the
in the
Beauty and
Rich.
the Beast remake.
He's in
Oh.
The Apostle. He's been
Yes.
in lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's great.
Absolutely. Wrong sheet. Working with too much.
Oh, Mindy says that Radio Silence did Scream 5 and 6 as well. That
Bring it on.
tracks. They're
Wow.
really good at like ensemble casts.
Yeah. And they also have a lot of gore, but still like funny, which I love.
So I finished Andor season 2. Loved it. I really like that TV show. It's Star Wars, but it's always like a kind of, this was more like a spy cat and mouse kind of thing. So I thought it was done really well. Final Destination Bloodlines was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's playing in theaters now. Go see it. Friendship opened today from A24. It's with Paul Rudd and the other guy's name I'm blanking on, but it is a lot of fun. I really, really like that movie a lot.
You lolled.
So I did lots and lots, but it's got a good message too. So it's about toxic friendships, basically.
Like this one.
Like
I was going to say, we wouldn't know anything
mean,
about that.
just the fact that you're calling this a friendship is a little presumptuous.
It's a bit bold. It's a bit bold.
I mean, sure, if that's what you think we are, fine, whatever. I don't care.
Please help us.
Help me. I'm blinking twice. That means help me. Yeah.
I didn't get to see Friendship. I had to be, I don't know where I was that day, but anyway, I had to miss it, and I was upset.
It's really
So,
good.
Yeah. All right. Is that good? You good? You got more?
Wait, what do you got?
You know, I'm probably not supposed to say anything about it yet, so I'll leave it till next time.
Okay.
You saw something though.
I did see something. Yeah.
Something good.
You saw
That
something.
I
Was it
really
good?
liked.
Oh, yay.
Really liked.
Okay. I'll crash through. I watched finally. I never saw Hush. I watched Hush, the Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. And then I watched that. So then I'm like, oh, I hadn't seen Oculus in a while. I'll watch Oculus again. And I watched. I liked Hush more.
Okay.
You know.
That's fine.
So yeah.
I love Oculus. I love mirrors. I love the way their eyes look in that movie.
Okay.
Have you guys seen Abstentia, which is one of his early films?
Mm-mm.
It's so good.
I think that's the one I have left.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
I got a comment. Caleb's got a piece of green gaffer tape on his knee from when he was doing the cold open. And I just think it's kind of funny. So,
Maybe Caleb likes it there.
maybe he actually put it there on purpose.
Maybe he doesn't know it's there.
No, obviously you don't. Anyway.
It's a political
it's a
statement.
memento.
Punk
Okay?
rock, fuck off.
It is. It is. Heck a punk.
Anarchy. Roar.
I watched a cool little film from IFC called Tornado. And
yes.
it's probably never going to see a theater. They haven't approached you, I'm assuming, about any of it yet, about Tornado. I don't know.
Sure. I don't know.
Anyway, if anyone gets a chance to see it, you got to check it out. It's Tim Roth playing a bad guy, just like we like him. And it's a cool story of this girl who basically has to kind of becomes like a samurai, and her father gets killed, and she takes revenge on the group of men that killed her. And I mean, the father.
And it's a Western.
And it's like kind of a Western thing all mixed together. It takes place in Ireland, I think it was.
Okay.
Anyway.
Wild.
An Irish Western.
Yeah. So it was cool.
The
It
old
was,
west of Ireland.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
It was real. It was really good. It was Tim Roth being awesome, and this girl just goes badass on him and everything. So worth a watch. Really good. The Bondsman, per your request, blasted through that pretty quickly.
Okay.
Apparently it's been canceled already, but
I can
Damn.
see it.
but still, Kevin Bacon. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
It's a really easy watch, very short episodes.
Yeah.
A bail bonds jumper guy gets killed on the job in the very first 2 minutes of the movie. Has to come back and capture demons. Yeah.
He gets sent back by
sent back, yeah.
by hell.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? Oh, this is from way back in my childhood. A TV show called Brimstone. The real one's
Vaguely,
now.
I never watched it, but I
That
do
sounds
recall.
really familiar.
And it was about a cop. It's kind of like this, and it's kind of crowish too, where it was a guy who was a cop gets killed, and he has to retrieve souls for the devil.
Okay.
That show was hugely influential in my young life. It was,
okay.
it was on Fox, I think.
Okay.
So it's kind of the same vibe. A little. Yeah, we like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. It was just fun.
That's
Like
on Prime.
I haven't watched Elevation, Mike. What's that? What's that all about?
Oh, that's the one with Captain America.
Oh, Chris
the
Evans?
New Captain
Oh,
America.
Anthony Mackie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Where he has to
Elevation?
They have to go up high, and if they drop below a certain elevation line, there's monsters.
Like Speed?
Is it speed for climbing?
Yeah. No. Like the monsters don't go above a certain
Oh,
line,
Yes.
but he has to go down to get some medicine for his kid.
They
I think.
mostly come at 5,000 feet. Mostly.
Most.
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know
it
that
the
one.
goblin on the wing kind of related? too?
Sure.
Yeah.
Last week, I went and saw the Go-Go's in concert, which was
Did they have the beat?
they had the beat and then some. It was fabulous. It was so cool to see.
Were you head over heels?
I was head over heels. I was on vacation. I was my lips are sealed. I can't say anymore, but that's how good it was. But to see all those women together doing what they do, it was cool. Is it the
So all the
Warfield?
originals?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it was really cool.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun, and they were just so good. It was really cool to see them all together. In the Warfield, my first time with the Warfield.
Oh,
So believe it or not, and that was a cool theater to see them at 'cause it's not very big.
No.
And we were on the floor,
yeah.
general admission, so it was a lot of fun.
I think I saw 9 Inch Nails there.
That would have been
I think
loud.
that's where
I
I,
do think
saw
that's where we
Kids in the
saw it.
Hall.
Oh yeah,
It's kind
cool.
of the same
I
thing.
think.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had a great time. Seen the Go-Go's. And then finally, the Board of Governors of the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences announced that they are in fact creating an annual competitive Academy Award achievement in stunt design. So the stunts are finally going to be
And it'll be in this coming.
No, I think it's 20 for the 100th
2026?
Academy Awards in 2028
Okay.
for films released
So-
in 27.
Yeah, they can't do it
So
now.
Tom Cruise has to.
Yep.
Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Tom
Get
Cruise
on
will
it,
come
Tom.
back and do one more
He's
Mission
like,
Impossible
One
movie.
Yeah.
more time.
Can I do a Jack Ryan or whatever the hell, Jack Reacher, whatever
Yeah,
his
yeah.
movies are called, or that?
What about with the Samurai? Do a sequel to Samurai?
There
what
you go.
everyone's asking for.
Anyway, so that was cool because we had kind of talked
The
about
last
that
Samurai.
with the Fall Guy and everything, about
Yeah,
stunts and everything.
Okay.
So, and that's about what I got.
All right.
Can I make one more plug?
Of course.
I'm sure by now everyone watching at home has seen The Ugly Stepsister, which is on Shudder. If you haven't got to see it yet, you gotta go watch it. 'cause
Has
we-
it been that
we
long
love
that
it.
we haven't talked about Ugly Stepsister?
No, we did
on the
talk about
show?
it, but
Okay.
it wasn't streaming yet.
Okay.
So, yeah. But,
Did
I
we
mean,
talk about Sinners on this show?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we did.
Did we?
I don't think we did.
We all love Sinners.
We all
See
love
it.
it. Yeah.
Holy shit, that
I
movie's
think
good.
everybody's
No, we
seen
did.
it
We
by now.
totally did. I looked
Including these two?
Huh? They hadn't seen it yet,
Right.
but we talked about
about it. We've
saying
seen
go
it like
see it.
Got
If
it.
you
hella
haven't
days
seen
ago.
it,
Yeah.
get yourself to the theater.
Then watch it
Holy
again
shit.
because it's hella good.
Then watch it again. Absolutely.
It's one of the
Thrice.
best movies of this century.
It's iconic. Doesn't even begin, but we can start with iconic.
It was great.
Fantabulous.
I feel like we're gonna have to take it out of the movie of the year running at the end of the year because like
It's so
we
good.
it's just it's a spoiler now. I don't think nothing can beat that film this year.
Okay.
Well, you know, it's like so it's hard. It's going to be hard to compare and contrast against other things to make a list.
It should
I'll
win
say
the
that.
Academy Award.
Yeah,
It should.
well,
I mean,
It should
it
win
should,
Best
yes.
Picture.
Should
It
win
is.
all the
It's
things.
truly that good. No.
Best actor and best actress and best sound editing
And best actor.
and best
Yeah.
Michael B.
script
Jordan
and best
sweeps
music
it.
and best
This
wins.
this
and
is
best foreign film and best song and best,
this is the Godfather of our time.
This is it. So before we move on the other usual stuff,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Caleb very graciously gave me this box.
It's a cool box.
It's a very cool box. Yeah, it's got what would you describe this as? Images
It
of
looks like a wood print, like an old timely like.
Would you
wood
call
printing.
it macabre?
It's very macabre, and it looks like on the front, it looks like possibly Mephistopheles playing a fiddle, and the people listen, and then we have villagers and somebody playing a flute. Then on this side, we have again the devil, and he's in a graveyard on top of a grave, and there's somebody coming out of the grave, and this is really cool. And again, looks like an old like woodcut picture.
yeah.
Did we get all the way around? I think we got it.
I think that's it repeats. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this was a Christmas present for Neil that was
Macabre.
finally
Yeah,
delivered.
let me hold it up.
Was it last month or this month?
It was a pre-order. What's in the
Oh,
box?
it was pre-ordered back in like November.
What's in the box?
And I haven't opened it. We've been waiting to see what it is. Caleb thought it might be fun to open on the show.
Open
Those are really
it.
cool.
We haven't done an
What are those?
unboxing
What
in
are
a
those
very
prints
long time.
called?
That's why I just said a woodcut.
A woodcut print. Okay, yeah.
How much cut would a woodcut
Just
cut?
said that.
If a woodcut could cut wood?
Okay, so
After 20 years, there's kind of one voice on this show that gets tuned out in my ear. So
It's me, isn't it? I'm the voice.
I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure.
Sandra,
it's
you want to
me.
help? You want to help me with
Yeah.
the unboxing?
I do.
Okay, it's right here in the bottom. We're pulling it open.
Ooh, there's more woodcut. Oh, and this one is really cool. It's the Dance Macabre, which if you know, you know. So that's what's going on with the devil playing the music. Okay, holy shit, there's a booklet. So there's like a little
Wow.
piece of paper that's like silver writing on black. Dear friend, building this nightmare has been an absolute dream. When we founded Find Familiar Spirits to the craft high-end spirits and our favorite fandoms, we begin with fantasy and gaming and quest and whiskey, blah, 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 and it goes on about these are super cool people who like stuff we're in. This is the brand from Matthew Lillard. I knew it. And didn't he and David Desmalchian just do a combo?
They
or-
may have.
They
I'm
may
not
have?
sure.
Okay.
But,
There's a book in
so,
here
so
from-
there's also
From Mike.
Mike Flanagan. That's what I meant. It's Mike Flanagan and Matthew Lillard.
yeah. So
is this
Matthew
so Mike
Lillard.
Mike Flanagan wrote a book just for
The booze?
this release
Wow.
of this one specific.
Whoa. Wow.
Ooh.
for a minute? I thought it was a joke gift when you brought up Matthew. Wow. I'm going to tell
pretty.
you right now because I can see it in both
amazing.
places. The camera is not doing that bottle justice.
Yeah, we'll move it closer.
So it's heavy.
Well, I mean,
It's got their really
It's because I
cool-
didn't drink it first.
It's got their really cool little devil in his fiddle. Very devil went down to Georgia. The like stickers on it are metallic-y. And then it's got that same little picture that's from the cover of the book is repeats on there. And it's got this beautiful it's like a raised image. It almost looks like a picture frame.
What kind of alcohol is it?
It is.
Does it say anywhere?
Oh, it should be
Spirits
whiskey,
distilled
bourbon.
from Sotal. Remember that?
So a bourbon, we're thinking?
I believe so.
Okay.
And it says on the back,
It's a very... But
rare, fine,
Oh no,
and limited.
it's
gin.
not tequila.
Tequila.
but,
Mezcal.
Mezcal, I think.
Here's what it says on
Something
the
like
back.
that.
Rare, fine, and limited. Darkness calls you. Fear is your elixir. Indulge your deepest desires with a barrel-aged spirit so terrifyingly good, the devil himself nods and picks up his bow. Time to dance.
Very nice. I'll show it to the...
Oh, and the devil's on the side, too.
Is he? Oh, wow.
The devil went down to Georgia.
Mhm.
put your hand out to get it to focus. Cover Sandra. The other side.
You have to do influence.
go.
Neil doesn't know how to do influencer hand. You see this? Are you picking this up? Are
That
you
is
picking it
so
up?
nice.
Neil, you have to read the book too.
See that?
And
Yes.
this is about your length of book. 78
You'll
pages.
finish that. You'll finish that. You'll finish
78
that.
pages.
78.
This
Yeah, that'll
decade.
take me only a couple years.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll still be alive. Thank you, Caleb.
It's stunning.
So if you have seen Matthew Lillard's other things, like he did
I love him. I love
he
him.
he did one that was sold out. Otherwise, Scott probably would have gotten. But it came with a set of D&D die.
That's right. Yes. So cute.
Yeah, but they were really cool, like really nice, super.
Super
Pretty.
pretty dice. Matthew, Mike Flanagan, could you guys make something without alcohol that I'll buy? Yeah. Just saying. Or maybe like just for funsies, just send me the bottle.
Yeah.
I'll put I don't know, something in it.
But I mean, it's called macabre. It's like, how do you not love it?
And the box is hella cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a full-on extravaganza
It's an
packaging.
experience.
So enjoy.
Thank you. If we even open
or
it.
don't enjoy.
Yeah, it might.
Enjoy
it might,
looking at it.
It might just be a piece that goes on the shelf.
Piece de resistance.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Should we get into it?
Okay, this is Caleb's pick. Caleb is responsible for 1996's PG-13, The Isle of Dr. Moreau. After being rescued and brought to an island, a man discovers that its inhabitants are experimental animals being turned into strange-looking, well, let's just say human hybrids. So it was directed by Richard Stanley, who got fired, and then they hired John Frankenheimer. And of course, it's based on the iconic novel by H.G. Wells. And this is, I didn't delve super deep into it. I know there's even a documentary about this movie, and that it's like the production was cursed. I know some things you can talk about, like with Marlon Brando, and it was cursed, and I think it plays out in the film, the cursedness.
Yes, it does.
So I guess Caleb.
Yeah. Well, I did not want to be blamed for picking a movie that you guys did not like. So I had never seen this before, so I thought, that's why I can't be blamed. Val Kilmer also passed away.
Yes.
So I guess I just needed an excuse to see how bad it is, and boy, does it live up.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
It's bad.
Really bad.
Really bad.
Did you like anything about it?
You know, I feel like the message was kind of there. It's just the execution was just so poor. And Stan Winston, I liked his effects, you know, some of them anyway.
Some of the effects were real cool.
So,
Yeah. Like I said, I wish it could stay back in my fond memories. There's things that I find kind of fun and entertaining about it, for sure. Val Kilmer was on another planet in this movie. Love him. I love mad science. I mean, the cool themes of the novel are like still there, you know, like interfering with nature and the morality and how good is man really, and all of those things. There's just the dialogue is silly. There's weird close-ups, odd choices, odd camera direct, everything's weird choices. Some of the hybrids and makeup and stuff were actually really cool, and then there was hella of them that they were like, we're just gonna put like a mask, like a hat with a thing on it, with like a veil on it, because they were like, we just can't give everybody cool makeup, okay? And damn, was he busy in 17 years. He made like 1,000 hybrids in 17 years. Yeah, what a trip.
yeah.
This film.
I was managing the theater in Napa,
Oh God.
the Uptown, when this came out.
Okay.
And I remember, when I had to build the prints and I had to run them through myself.
Damn.
And I still don't remember hating this film this much.
You were
Like,
young.
I guess I was younger. I don't know. I don't even remember. I must have just completely
maybe you
like
fell asleep, or
yeah, that could be, because it would have been
out,
after midnight. You start
Yeah.
building your prints and you run them through,
and
and
you knew you had to drive home.
not to drive an
from
hour
Napa.
home. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Possibly, but I goddamn did I not find anything about this film really that I liked. I mean,
Nothing.
if I had to pick something, maybe Marlon Brando, just because he was the only part where I kind of perked up a little. You know what I mean, with his performance?
Because it's so
Yeah,
bizarre.
it's typical weird Marlon Brando.
It is
Bizarre.
bizarre.
And then I can't even say the Stan Winston makeup was great. Like there was like one or two guys that were, pretty
Like
well
Ron
done.
Perlman's guy is
Yeah.
like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, and it's just like then they just went up. We're just gonna throw random shit on everyone else and see what happens.
We're just going to jump around and get to it because, so, as you said, this production was cursed. There was also a battle of wills going on. There was a fired director and then this new
Yeah.
guy coming in and not being very nice either. So,
But he's having a bad time.
from what I understand, there were a lot of times where Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer were in like this little feud about who's bigger.
Yeah.
And so there were times when they would both be in their trailers and wanted to be the last person to come out. So
Yes.
they would sit in their trailers in their air conditioning. They're in Australia, by the way. It's like 100 degrees outside. There's all these other people, not just your cast and,
These
but
people in this makeup
in makeup, just sitting there waiting for them. And there were days where they didn't film anything, just waiting for them to come out.
not cool, boys.
So, like maybe we can forgive a little bit on the makeup because
Some
it
people's
was
makeup
like,
actually melted off, and so they had to put them in the little
What I was-
beekeeper
yeah.
hat.
Pretty much.
Dang.
They're so wet and sweaty that the makeup just
Yeah.
fell off. And we're like, well,
I had read that Marlon, his daughter had recently passed,
and that too, yeah.
she had
Yeah.
killed herself actually, like right before
Yeah. So
production.
he was kind of withdrawn, and then he came back, and he refused to memorize lines. He was like, I'll either improvise or wear an earpiece and you can like feed me the line.
Val Kilmer had learned from TV that his Joanne Whaley was divorcing him on TV while he was like right before they started shooting. So
So bad.
he was in a funk, but also refused to learn his lines, refused to deliver the lines as they were intended, would belittle the directors,
I mean,
scripts, scenes were being rewritten on the spot, like, so nobody had time to learn anyway. I mean, it was a fucking shit show.
just cursed.
Yeah.
Marlon Brando was a weird bird. He was a real weird bird, guys. And
I mean, that whole white makeup thing was his decision, from what I read.
Oh,
his allergy.
He just showed up one day and was like, I think this he'll be
I want the
Yeah.
ice bucket
The
on
ice
his
bucket
head.
on
Oh
the
my
head.
God,
Yeah.
That was his
Clearly
idea.
that was him.
converter.
No question.
Caloric
the
converter.
caloric converter hat, which I actually think we should
You know.
sell on our shop.
The little person that was with him
That
was
was him.
supposed.
Yeah.
That was his idea. Like
Yeah.
that was just a background.
He just was like, I
no
gotta do this.
lines or anything, and he demanded that this person suddenly be with him, and so then now all the costumers like, oh, we have to make matching costumes for the two of them.
Right.
for this other
Is that why
actor.
For
he
this
was
other-
naked in that one scene? He didn't have
Probably.
a
Clothes
costume
for
yet
him.
when they filmed it.
All I can say is one thing is hearing this stuff about Marlon for this film is not surprising to me.
No.
Having studied Apocalypse Now and the shit that he put Francis Coppola through
Oh, so
on the filming of that.
so many
this all
things.
tracks.
The Last Tango in Paris, so many things where he was just a monster.
Right.
Like, dang,
Yeah,
Marlon,
for
like,
being the greatest actor of our time, he was like,
says who?
yeah,
That being said,
Yeah.
again, he was the only actor in this film that I enjoyed at all.
Oh no, Val. I loved Val.
Val Kilmer?
No, I
Val
didn't
Kilmer
care for
was-
Val.
Oh, I
No.
love Val
Kilmer's
Kilmer's
crazy
weird
eyes
ass
was
character.
Not
Crazy
at
eyes,
all.
and
Not at
actually,
all.
I thought he did a better Marlon Brando than Marlon
He
Brando.
did.
That was
He
good.
did.
That was good. But David Thewlis hated him. He was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Oh, and his
God, he was so bad.
I think that his dialogue was the worst of everyone's too.
Yeah.
That he
Yeah,
had to deliver.
I think he didn't have much to work with. I have no.
Yeah,
I
he had, like,
still.
nothing
I
to
have
work
no
with.
idea what his entire motivation was, other than he's just an agent of chaos.
But he was a new hire,
Right.
I mean, so originally
I knew for 10 years.
it was going to be Marlon Brando
no, he's talking background.
Oh.
and Bruce Willis was actually going to play the UN,
Oh, that would have been even worse.
but it would be a totally different movie at that
Be
point.
totally
Now it's
different
like more
movie.
like an action film or something,
Right.
In a way. Bruce Willis quit. Things I've read said that he was about to go through the divorce with Demi Moore. So he backed out. So then they hired Val Kilmer, but he didn't want to work that much. So they moved him to the
That role.
Douglas
Right.
role, just to give him less time. And then they hired Rob Moreau
Okay.
from Northern Exposure.
Exposure, yeah.
He quit after 2 days.
Dang.
On the fourth day, they fired the original director. So then they bring a new guy in, do script rights, hire David Thewlis.
Yeah.
And people are just making shit up on the spot.
Yeah, because they're like, they just want to be done. We're under contract and we just need to get this done.
But yeah, I mean, I know you're going to get into it, but just from the minute the movie starts, it's just like
It's painful.
the voiceover and the acting.
And David Thewlis is a good actor.
Typically, he's okay, but this was...
It's when you have poor screenwriting, poor directing, poor everything.
But even
the actors, they, like you said, they have like nothing to do, and there's no way to doctor it up to make it look.
I mean, just see this. There's, like Scott said, absolutely no motivation for his character whatsoever. I didn't believe anything he was doing. I didn't care about anything he was doing.
Or you didn't know why he was doing anything,
I mean,
he sees someone dancing and he just like, just goes and stares like a perv.
getting all
Like,
skeezy.
why?
Right.
Gross. Love Firuza Balk. Hi, Firuza.
Yeah.
I'm sure she also had just a whale of a time on the film. I'm sure they all
She
did.
tried to quit too, apparently.
Yeah.
But
Everybody's
her
trying to.
agent said,
Everyone's trying to
you'll
swim
be
from
blackballed from Hollywood if you quit. So she came back.
They're all trying to swim from Australia back ashore. So
Anyway, so yeah, what happens in this film?
so there's a plane crash.
I'm good just doing this.
There's a plane crash. David Thewlis is in a raft with two other men. They fight to the death. Oh, what animals they've become, but I too am such a beast. He gets picked up by Val Kilmer and some sailors. And
What's in that? Are you a doctor? It's a little Jim Morrison.
I loved that. I thought
That was good. I'm gonna
like more like a veterinarian.
yeah. I'm gonna use that the next time I'm in the ER. God help me. Hopefully that's not for a while, but the next time I'm gonna be like, can I get a little Jim Morrison over here?
Yeah. There was some. I mean, he had some funny lines. So they go to this island. He kills a bunny. Montgomery is clearly like kind of deranged, and that's why I said like I kind of loved Val Kilmer's kind of deranged performance.
But the thing is, he barely speaks.
But when he does, and also his
I know,
look,
but I mean, like Douglas is asking him all these questions, and
he's being very cagey.
He's
He's
being
very secretive.
cryptic, cagey. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
about the
But
doctor
again,
and
I'm
his work.
wondering if they're cutting around him not delivering his lines properly, and that's why it feels so disjointed.
Montgomery tells him to stay in the main house. Again, he watches Firuza Balk dance and is like, no, it's okay, kindly woman. I am but a nice British man and not creepy at
He
all.
thought he was in Private Dancer.
Yeah. And she's kind of seems a little sheltered, I guess we can say. She seems a bit sheltered.
beautiful hands.
She's really
obsessed
into
with
his
his
hands.
We
I
don't
mean,
know why. We find
He's a
out later,
five-finger
but-
man.
The first second she's like, oh, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, and she, right up to him, look at your hands.
Okay.
And she like rubs the hand. She like
Yeah, on her-
almost smells the
All
hand.
of them had 5 fingers though, right?
Yeah.
Almost like even Ron Perlman had 5 fingers on one hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
but
had
I don't think we
cloven
were
up on the
supposed to
other
see that.
one.
He was supposed to have a hoof.
They forgot his hoof.
I mean, they did makeup on the whole hand though. Like the whole hand had like it was fat.
And let us not
Does
forget,
he just have giant hands, or was that like a giant like hand glove?
I bet Ron Perlman has pretty
Maybe.
big
He
hands.
probably got
Maybe
big
he just
hands.
has big ass hands.
He looks like
I
a-
love Ron Perlman. I'm a huge Ron
For
Perlman
Hollywood,
fan.
I think he's got big hands.
Yeah. Love him. And his character is the Sayer of Truth.
Yeah.
So good. The Sayer of
The
Truth.
Sayer.
He's like a goat man.
If I can just say, up until this point, up until Ron Perlman, and through the first introduction of Ron Perlman, I was actually on board with this film. I was on board. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. I can tell that it's not like great, but I think it's going to be fun. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got weirder. And then it got even weirder. So they keep Douglas, that's David's character. They lock him in the house, but he escapes because he works with the UN. Okay?
They lock him in by keeping the key in the other side of the door. Good job.
Top-notch security.
He was on that Jim Morrison. I mean, come on. He couldn't
Yeah.
think clearly.
Well, I got the impression that someone left the key for him.
No, he was locked in.
He locked it and they left the key in there because.
And he's like, "Oh, come on!"
He went
Oh,
poke.
and he pushed
Yeah.
the key.
He pushed the key out,
Oh,
yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Again, because he works for the UN and he's very clever, and that's what they teach you when you work for the UN. It's how to get out of a locked room with a key in the door. So he's wandering out of the main house where he was bade not to go, and he comes across kind of a lab environment. It's really sad. God only knows how many animals they killed in the making of this film. There's poor animals, they're like in really tiny cages, and he sees this very peculiar birth of I want to say a llama lady.
I couldn't tell that that's what it was, but I read later that it was a llama lady. Yes.
Oh, very good. How'd you know?
I liked the legs.
I got llama from the legs and her hair.
Oh,
I think,
okay.
her hairdo.
The legs were probably the best makeup in this film, to be honest with you.
And we never see her again.
No, we do not.
No,
Maybe she didn't make it
I don't
to
think
the
she
birth.
made it actually.
Yeah.
She was on maternity leave. He was bonding.
With her baby. Baby was cute.
Yeah, we never saw the baby again either. So
Oh, maybe they both didn't make it, you guys.
Oh no, I think they did. She was a llama mama.
She's in Llama Mama Nursery.
in the llama
baby
mama
llama.
nursery.
And he's so cute.
Val Kilmer probably took the baby, cracked its neck like every
Ate
other
it.
animal he came in contact with.
Yeah, because that's kind of, he's gone, talking about mad science, he's gone mad. So there's a mad chase through the jungle.
That takes way too goddamn long.
Oh,
way
so
too
long.
long.
And Isa, is that Farisa's character's name?
Sure, AISSA.
Let's go
Why
with
not?
it. She is like, I'm going to help you get off the island. How would she even know
Well,
how?
she wants to escape too, though. She's not
She
helping him get
does.
off. She wants
Well,
to
that's
go
what she
too.
said. Those are her
Yeah.
exact words is, I will help you get off the island. But you can't ever say a bad word about my father. And yeah, chase through the jungle. They get, we meet some other various sundry characters.
Assassamon.
Assassamon.
The names in this were ridiculous to begin with, too.
We meet the Sayer of the Law.
Right.
okay, actually, I have a question about Assassamon. Do we ever see Assassamon again?
Which one is
Yes.
this?
See, that's the whole. Yes, we do, but also like they all
'Cause
kind
I
of
get-
blend together.
Yeah,
It wasn't until I was reading the synopsis that I figured out that Assassamon and Hyena Swan were two different.
Exactly.
Hyena
Hyena Swine were two different characters.
That's where I
I
got
thought it was the
confused,
same
too.
one.
Okay.
Because
Really?
Yeah.
because Assassamon
Yeah.
is the guy who did who played apes in many films. Like that was his whole thing, is he played apes.
I had to disagree with you guys because I will say I felt that like a lot of the lead character designs, I actually felt that they were pretty distinct. I didn't have a hard time keeping
It
track
could
of
have
my
just been like
swines and
my
my.
fury
It's
blinded
probably
my
blind-
vision.
I'm thinking it was
Well,
Blind Fury.
then I was furious with you because I had the same problem.
Did you
It
have a
wasn't
problem?
until
I did have that
looked up
problem.
the cast,
I
and I'm like, wait a minute, these are two different people.
There's a different
I
bird.
mean, I didn't. You guys are saying names. I couldn't even get that far.
No. I got names
So-
after going through
okay.
Wikipedia and pulling all this stuff out.
Well, because I thought he was calling him hyena as like a derogatory term. Then to find out hyenas is
That was his
His
name.
name.
Hyena,
Yeah,
Hyena Swine
Swine
is his name. That's his
Get it
Christian
right.
name.
That's a name he was baptized with.
he's a dog pig dog.
A man bear pig. He's all of that. So
You guys, I'm cereal. It's real. I'm so cereal.
It's a cereal. So this is chaos. It's all gone too far. Father comes out and he's basically in a Pope
He's a
mobile.
Pope. Yeah. We all got that note.
Yeah, and he looks so effing crazy. I mean, he's got a little hat. He's covered in the white makeup and a white robe.
Yep.
He wears this medallion that he can give them pain sensation because they're all chipped. And they all call him father, and he's their father, and he loves them. He loves them all so much, and he just wants to get out of the heat and the sun. Again, I can relate to some of this character.
Knowing
That's
though,
Sandra in Hawaii.
Yeah, that was me and why I was like, where's the shade?
Just standing there like
With
in her Pope-mobile.
my black umbrella. Is there shade here?
knowing that the white makeup was his idea actually gives me a lot more faith in the makeup designer because he came out and that's when I was like, okay, this is whack. This doesn't make any
Black is right.
This isn't even like fun weird. This is just obscure and odd.
Yeah.
See, I enjoyed it more knowing that Marlon Brando is just freaking off his rocker at this point. You know what I mean? And again, so I don't know. To me, and again, it's funny because again, I hate to go back to Apocalypse Now, but I did a deep dive of that movie back in the day. Jungle setting Marlon Brando.
He's back.
This new movie, jungle setting Marlon Brando.
Yes.
So for me, this is all like totally familiar.
He's
like
totally gone rogue in both.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, this is like, I love it that he's like, I should be wearing white makeup and looking like this other, the whole thing. It's like, I don't know.
It's like, of course.
It'd be a great
I
Halloween costume.
don't see the reason. I don't see the
Halloween
reason for
costume.
being that way, though. That's my problem.
Yeah, it's a choice.
If he
let's
comes
be
out-
honest.
Yeah,
just a-
exactly. You're choosing to be a dick.
But if he comes out in just a normal like lab coat or something, that would be boring, right?
Yeah, he wouldn't have quite the
There's no
fatherly
eccentricities
energy.
that he should have in that island.
Yeah, he
Well,
just
did his white makeup save this movie?
No, but
Who cares?
the difference is in Apocalypse Now, he was massacring Cambodians for no reason.
Right.
And in this movie, he's massacring animal people.
animal people,
Like,
like mushing animals and people.
it's basically
together.
Colonel Kurtz, but now he's doing it in this movie.
You remember Colonel Kurtz? This is him now.
Look at me, I'm Colonel Kurtz.
I wish it went full fart sniffing and went like white savior route. You know what I mean? Like
I was
really
getting
just
white
went the
savior a little
whole-
bit.
the whole way.
But he's literally.
I do not think that
Right.
that crossed Marlon Brando's mind once
Here's his
when
first
coming up with that makeup.
Well, it was his idea to be as a pope too, because he felt that was like sacrilegious.
I
No,
like that.
I
like that
actually
idea.
no, I agree. It's bizarre, so bizarre. But I liked that you at least get the idea of how this character views himself
Right.
as this savior.
So he's like he's bringing Christianity to the African people or something.
Like that. Yeah, exactly. Like, because he talks a lot about religion and all of this stuff too. So, I mean, again, it's again the base in the text is good.
Okay.
Of the H.G. Wells and everything. So we go to meet the family. So these are like his faves that he feels like he's done the best job on, and he's trying to basically have them all act like British aristocracy and servants and stuff.
Okay, he calls them his children, so
But they're all his children.
Are they?
Yeah, he calls everybody his child. I think these were his biggest successes, though. in
I
his
just
eyes.
felt
I
that,
think these are
I felt
his
that he
actual,
was the donor.
His seed, yeah.
Maybe.
That's how I took it anyway.
You could be very right, and that's why they get to live like in the house. But he definitely put more time and energy into refining them, if you will.
Well, yeah, they could read. They all had a trade.
They
if
had
you
a
will.
trade.
You know,
Trade. That's true.
Look, going back to slave times, there was like the house and the field.
Yes.
And
It's just very funny because like one of them, the daughter, her trade is dancing by herself. Like
Right.
that's and
When Thulis meets Moreau for the first time,
yes,
right, in that thing, and he immediately just starts like chastising practically over
Oh my god,
how can you do this and what do you the whole thing, and I was just like, dude,
will you call? Yeah,
like,
would you say hello first?
What's your deal, dude? You're just like
would you introduce yourself?
0 to 100, like calm down. You're a guest in his house.
My name is Douglas.
and like they give him a gun because he's frightened. He's frightened. So
Right,
he
right,
can feel
give him-
better.
right.
And it's kind of like. It's kind of good because it's like, look, he's just a simple man. He's just a simple human man. He needs a firearm to feel like he's in control. And it is a little he ate there a little, just a tad. So yeah, the rudeness continues at the dinner table. And again, you think this is morally wrong. You think this is weird. Can't you just like not be so mean to the people? These are people.
Right.
That they're there and they have feelings. And he's like, look at all these monstrosities around me. And it's like, they have feelings,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
It's very, I found hurtful.
And is that where we get the rules, or just the one rule that they don't eat?
That's where we
Meat.
learned that rule.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, and he also says they're satanic, which made me laugh.
But that's where it comes out about you can't eat the meat, and then they discover someone killed a rabbit. and-
Montgomery killed a rabbit.
Right.
And then he says, don't worry, nobody saw me, except for probably people did.
Except they found another rabbit in the forest when he and
Low
Farousa
mice.
were running for
Were
5
running,
hours.
yeah.
You know,
5 hours, 6 hours.
6 hours, whatever it was.
So
Yes,
That's how we get to the
the trial.
Yeah.
because they somehow they just immediately know that it's I had a name here.
That's Iron
Lom-
Chef.
Lomai?
Lomai.
Yeah.
I think.
That is Iron Chef America.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
did,
seriously?
Octopus.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
did a
wow.
lot of
Yeah.
stunts and
Oh,
kinda
wow.
Yeah,
action
he was also in
movies.
John Wick
He's in
2 or 3.
he's in the Brotherhood of the Wolf, if anybody remembers that movie. So my favorite family member is Majai.
Which one is he?
Which was that?
That's his small
The
companion.
little guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
That because when he, I don't know, it's like this is where it tugs at my heartstrings. This stupid movie when he's standing there and wants him to
Shake his hand. Yeah.
Mhm.
and he just like he's very proud. I was like, why am I feeling things? Why am I feeling feelings right now?
Apparently, he was quite pervy with the ladies on set. If that changes your
Well,
opinion of it.
he was a man, wasn't he? It's jokes. We like to joke here. So we
How
get
many women were on set of this film?
there's like 4.
There's like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Some of the people in the hats.
I
And
guess
Llama
there's pro-
lady.
Some in the crew,
Gee, Scott,
maybe.
Maybe there's people on the crew.
Yeah. Jeez.
Go.
Thinking of yeah.
98, maybe not.
The best part of this movie is their piano duet.
Yeah.
Best part of the movie, and
And
they
they're
said,
matching tuxedos.
and then they said that that was inspiration. It's very obvious for that South Park character.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dr.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
What's his name?
Mustafa or
Um,
and his little guy.
Jesus. Dr. Alphonse Mustafa and his adopted son, Kevin.
Yes.
Okay, so they did Marlon Brando dirty in that piano scene because Marlon Brando actually is very good at faking playing the piano. If you look at it from, if you can't see the keys, he is absolutely looks like he's playing the piano. But they showed his hands way too much, and you can see they're just hovering over the keys. He's not actually pressing any keys at any point. They did him dirty.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
But-
did him dirty.
They're having they have a nice moment. Yeah. Also.
Yeah,
of course,
Skookum Mike,
inspired-
yes.
Yeah.
Mini-Me is also.
Inspired by this situation. Problematic. This problem, and now that we know even that like Marlon Brando was like, I have to have this, is like,
Yeah.
massive. The cringe keeps coming, and it won't stop coming, and it won't stop coming. So we have the trial. Lomai is busted.
No, I have Jaguar, dude. Is that not
Yeah,
right?
Same.
Is that close?
Same.
Okay.
Nailed
We
it.
don't eat meat. We don't kill. Killing is the law. Lomai is busted. Father zaps him with the pain, but he forgives him because again he's trying to look like this very like Christ-like figure.
Okay.
Well,
But
he broke all the rules, though, didn't he?
he did.
He drank
Like,
from the
we
stream.
we don't drink water from the stream.
We don't
I don't
go on
know
all
about that one.
fours.
We don't run on all fours, and
Why
we
don't you
don't.
think we drink water from the stream? Because they want to use cups.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's too animalistic to like
Mm.
lap. You know,
Well-
and when we first see him,
He's drinking.
he's drinking from
Without a
from
cup.
the
So
stream.
again, that makes a lot more sense in a way about, again, bringing quote unquote civilization to a
Yeah.
lesser developed
Correct.
group
Right.
of people.
Yeah.
But that being said,
Right.
But that
'cause-
wasn't clear when we were
It was-
watching the
it
movie.
was
not.
I had to go read a bunch of shit on Wikipedia.
I have to say, like, I made that joke about the white savior thing, but I'm kind of being
No, it's
That's-
very clear.
that's right
I'm being
there.
Yeah.
Zardozed on that theme at least.
Yeah, no, it's all the problematic parts right there, and it's like,
Maybe Marlon Brando was right.
that's right.
and I have not read that H.G. Wells novel, and I actually have always meant to, and I mean, because H.G. Wells had like some pretty cool concepts and stuff.
So the
But as enough, what's up?
the
Assassin-
British
As-
the British
Assanamon.
Assassamon.
Assassin has a gun, and he kills Lomai, and he's like, "Sorry, father, I thought you wanted me to uphold."
Oh no,
the
that
law."
wasn't Assassamon.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
No,
No, Scott,
no.
you can't be trusted because you don't even know your hyenas.
No,
from your...
Assassamon was the
No, it was
angry
Assassamon.
monkey guy at the stream.
No,
No, 100. Yes.
no.
Yes.
Yes.
No. So okay,
One of his sons in the house kills.
Yeah,
okay. I'm mistakenly saying then that's Assassin,
Boba
but
Fett.
that's the same
Boba Fett.
character.
That
Is what I'm saying.
Well, that is Jango Fett.
you sound like
That
Han
is
Solo, Return of the Living Dead.
Exactly.
Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Where?
That is Jango. That is Jango Fett. The clones, but
as Azezlo.
Yes,
I think
sure.
is that, yeah.
Azazelo.
Azazelo.
As above, so
Assassin-
below.
What do you think?
Assassin is Peter Elliott, who
Yes.
was in King Kong, Missing Link, Congo.
Yeah. Can we just call him Az? Because he's going to come up more. Son Az.
Okay, who is he now? Which one?
So he is the one that.
The British one in the tuxedo?
Yes, and
Yeah,
he
he's
cooked
the
the
dog.
he cooked
Okay.
the rabbit.
Thank you, by the way. Well, it looks like a combination of like Keanu
Keanu
Reeves from
and
Freaks,
Yeah.
and like freaking Benicio del Toro, the dog boy from Big Top Pee-wee or whatever. It's like combination of
So many things.
so many things.
So Azzy, the son. So he's the one that shoots him,
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
like, I
"Sorry,
thought that's what you
father."
wanted to do.
So like
Yeah.
clearly he and like the fact that he cooked the rabbit and stuff, like he's clearly
And he doesn't
got-
get in trouble for killing, though.
He has a little bit of a rebellious.
A little bit.
streak.
No, but there's also
We're
a
picking up.
Yes,
now.
we're
there's
picking
also a rules for them and a rules for us sort of
True.
There
mentality.
is, yeah.
The royalty and then
Mhm.
the
And he's kind of like pushing it. So yes, this is also when we meet in the trial is when we get more of friend of Lomai, hyena swine, and he discovers they have chips.
Yes.
And he
pulls his out.
takes his out and he doesn't want his shot that gives them not only immunization but it's also tranquilizers, and it kind of keeps them stoned and compliant.
Yeah.
don't want to miss my shot.
Right.
And
It's very Hamilton.
also when I had no idea what was going on. I thought
He
he
was
was
grabbing a
pushing
thing?
into himself. I thought he
Oh.
was pushing something into, because I see him. So he discovers that they have these inside of him because they cremate Lomai's body.
Right.
Yes.
And he goes back to and he pulls out the skull and he's looking at
he's
it.
mourning him,
like a very, kind of like York sort of
Yeah, yeah,
moment.
absolutely.
Last or Lomai.
But then he finds this thing in there and you don't know what it is. And he's looking at it. And then the next thing you know, he's pulling something out of
on his same
himself
bone.
in pain. You have no idea what's happening until later on that you figure out it's an implant. And then
I know. I kind of.
It
I
could have
figured
used
it
another
out.
like
That-
close up
yeah.
on that when he pulled it out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I understood that point. What
The
was going
blind
on?
rage had some
but-
of y'all not seeing some things, and that's okay.
The Flavor Flav necklace was that Brando had.
So there's like a weird scene between Douglas and Montgomery where Douglas is holding a gun to his own head, like casually, like in and Scott and I were like, "Don't do that! Put that away from your head, you idiot!"
Look, I can suspend like gun safety rules in films, but that's wild.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just gonna
pretty
lean
wild.
here on the table with my finger on the fucking trigger
Gun
and
to my
the
head.
barrel of the gun up to my head. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
And this is where Montgomery gets out of pocket because then is this where he puts the piece of the transistor on his head? For some reason, he's wearing that on his head like a little hat.
No, that's later when he's
Okay.
trying to he's trying to use the radio with the other son.
Okay. Well, he's just being stoned and weird though.
I'm sorry, Scott. Can you say that? Can you say that thing real quick again about being on a set with a gun to your head? What you just said previously. Can you say it again for me?
That it's wild that he's there with his finger on the fucking trigger and the barrel up to his head.
Yeah, it's okay because Alec Baldwin was not a producer in this movie.
Oh,
Sorry, it just occurred to me to
Wah,
All the way back
for that. Yes,
for your bit.
for my little bit. Hey, I want to get something out of this movie. God dang it!
Good night, everybody. So
he could have been attached to the movie at some point. It seems like everyone was.
True.
he probably was the Brando character at some point. So Montgomery, we're seeing how unhinged Montgomery is, and we learn that he actually used to be some kind of brilliant neurosurgeon that came to join the doctor at his work, and now he's basically like the jailer of the hybrids, and he's getting really weird with it, and probably has ruined a lot of his mind with drugs and power, and we're seeing how evil is man.
for making this movie.
This is now we also get the caloric converter ice bucket hat
Great scene.
available at the cultshow.com/store.
Coming soon.
Hyena Swine is starting a revolt. And he gets his implant out and he's showing others how to do it. And they go to confront Father, who tries to soothe them by playing the piano. And he's like trying to buy time because he's kind of seeing the writing on the wall. And
He's just trying to get to his pain
button.
His Flavor Flav medallion.
Yeah. And Majai gets it to him, but it's not working because they don't have their implants anymore.
Yeah.
So
if there's no pain, there's no more law.
So there's no pain, there's no more law.
See, I like the idea of this stuff.
Again,
I like the
text is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you mess it up so badly?
Heroically bad. So they eat Father.
Yes.
Basically.
Everybody gets a little bite. They fall upon him. Everybody gets a little nibble.
Let me get an arm.
Little niblet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little Father nugget.
What's this? What'd you call him? What's the? Jesus, Skinner. What was his name? Something Skinny or whatever.
What?
Talking about?
The guy, the main guy.
Are
the
you
main,
smelling burnt toast?
I
right
am.
now? What's happening?
the main guy who first takes out his
Hyena
censor.
Swine.
Hyena swine. That's it.
Skinner.
Skinner.
Why
Sorry.
does everyone have a name and this dude's Hyena Swine? Why? That's fucked up.
That's true. It's a good point.
Well, there's like some that are like Pig Lady and Goat Man and
I hate you, Tally. But he
And
comes up with an
Peggy.
arm. He comes up with
comes up with an
Oh,
arm.
he comes up with a
wing.
Brando arm. He's got a wing. That's right.
There's a funeral for Father. They're kind of talking of how to keep the law going.
Well, some still believe. I'm like they basically create a religion on this spot. Like
Yeah.
even though Father is dead, we still believe and follow his rules. They basically just created their little father religion.
Yeah, absolutely. They have. Daughter I don't remember what we're calling her.
Yeah.
She's
Isa.
starting to get regression because Montgomery's withholding meds from her. Turns out he's destroyed all of the meds. Montgomery impersonates Father. Eerily accurate.
I'm telling you, that is a better Marlon Brando than Marlon Brando.
It was really good. Real quick, I'm sorry. I got to go back to this scene though, where
Please.
Thulis is talking to Feruza, and he's like, you can see her teeth are coming in, and that's where you kind of learning
They look
about the
pretty cool.
regression. They're
Yeah.
great.
Teeth look
but
good.
except he's got his finger and he's like moving it around her mouth, like looking at her teeth, and you're like, dude,
Rude.
like boundaries.
She's checking her teeth. That's how you check a cat's teeth.
I guess.
But he's also
He
during
has no
that
business.
during that scene, she's like, "I'm changing." He's like, "No, you're fine. You're beautiful."
Oh,
you're...
Dad. Yeah.
And then she starts, and then he's like, "Ew," like he's appalled.
Yeah, I feel like his motives are not pure with her initially.
I think
Is how I feel.
she's supposed to be like a love interest, right? But there's no.
There's no chemistry.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing except for that she
Well, there's
likes his
such an
beautiful
age
hands.
difference too. Like
that wouldn't
it
stop
feels.
him though. This
I
was
know.
96.
I know
after
it was
all.
96, but like even for 96, for me, this one felt a little.
Some.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things about this movie that'll give you the ick. there's plenty. So Brother Az,
Yeah,
who's
Azazel.
kind of wily, he was at first excited to hunt down Hyena Swine because he's clearly kind of bloodlusty, but he actually joins up.
Yeah, until they come for him, and he's like, "I know where the guns are."
Yeah, and what does he call them? Hand fire or something
Yeah.
so stupid.
The fire that kills. Because regular fire does not kill.
Yeah. Well, and like again, like they're not. You just call it a gun. It's
I mean, like you wouldn't know unless they've never seen one before.
No, but he knows where they are.
Yeah.
That's
So-
true.
A gun.
a gun. So
What a boomstick. I mean,
right,
something.
stick would have been better. So Father 2.0, aka Montgomery, he decides it's all gone to hell. I'm gonna give everyone tons of drugs, and we're gonna have a weird orgy.
Yeah.
And it's PG-13, so it's all close on, which makes it even worse.
And he's gonna watch.
Yeah,
In father's old chair.
but he has like a
throne.
sideways white hat and like white glasses, so he's like a hipper father. I don't know. It's
He's like Pope Leo.
wild. He's like, I'm the American Pope. I'm Pope Leo, played by Val Kilmer.
Put him
So,
in a kangaroo.
Brother Az kills him.
Yeah.
Shoots him with
Yeah.
the thing that fires.
The
Fire.
right.
fire that
So
causes
again,
pain.
your two draws to the movie, your two leads
Are
are
gone.
now
Gone.
dead.
Right.
Okay, and this is jumping forward a tiny bit, but when you see him just a little bit later with his like legs splayed up in the air.
Val Kilmer's leg double.
Yeah, that was definitely a stand-in at that point.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the same legs used earlier in the movie for the pregnancy scene. They just put
Right,
a different
and,
coat
like,
of paint on him.
Oh, and for father, because when he's dead, you see a leg too. So, you're not wrong. So now the two big draw people that were kind of keeping this weird movie entertaining, they're both dead, and this is, I mean, honestly, this is where the movie really started to drag.
Yeah.
And it was painful.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I nodded off at one point and woke up and I'm like, I'm not even rewinding. No,
Oh,
I
jeez.
did.
I don't think you missed anything.
I had to, just in case. But
You-
I really I debated. Like I paused it and I debated, so that took even longer.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. The only thing that happens after this point that is of any note is his like, there can only be one God monologue.
Yeah, so we'll get to that.
They hang.
Oh, that's
hold-
true. That was pretty
hold
wild.
on.
Okay,
Hold-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
I'm wrong.
You just give us a minute. And no, I never watched Dark Angel. I'm answering a question.
And good night, Tommy.
Douglas has been getting experimented on too. He's got little jars. He's got a file. Father was going to use him to stop his daughter's regression, basically. The mutiny's in full force. They've got all the guns. And then is when she dies at her brother's hand.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hated that.
It's like, this one is like The Walking
Like-
Dead. They're just whacking
but
all
like-
the main characters.
I know,
God.
and it's like, well, why did
Why?
he do it?
Yeah, there was
You
no
know?
reason.
Jealousy?
So Wikipedia
Well, he did-
Wikipedia says jealousy.
That's he did say something about father never beat you or never did anything to you, or it was something like
Yeah,
that. You probably
yeah.
were sleeping, Caleb, but
Were
it
sleeping.
was
Maybe.
like something like that.
You were in a rage nap.
Yeah. So and then then he decides to hang her. So
So now we have Douglas trying to, oh, how the turntables have turned, and he tries to turn the revolutionaries against each other, and it successfully, mind. And everyone starts taking a whack at Hyena Swine. Everybody on the island gets a good
they do.
thwack in there. And this is like, oh, look how you have become that which you hated a mere 48 hours ago. Like, it happens very fast. And he does the why father, like, why?
When he goes into the fire.
He goes into
The fire that doesn't kill.
Right.
So he's actually probably gonna be fine. So
he probably thought he would be okay.
the dust has settled. Everybody seems done mutinying. And Sayer of Truth wants Douglas to not bring back more scientists and stuff. He's like, let us regress. Let us become who we're
Right.
supposed to be. And I do appreciate that he's taking care of Majai now, because like I get the feeling that, you know, he needs to learn independence, and so I think Sayer of Truth is gonna do right by him.
Sure.
I'll give us that. And he says,
I
you
think
know,
they didn't show it, but I don't think he made it.
he's right there at the end. And then he says the thing about
Horse
perhaps
ghost.
4 legs is better than 2.
Sure.
Perhaps.
I don't.
And then Douglas, like an idiot, gets into the boat, again, without any sun protection. He could have taken all of Father's creams.
I was thinking he
And
probably
little
took
hat.
Father's creams.
We
They're-
should put
they're
it on.
probably already in there. They just see him throwing a bunch of coconuts in there. Though.
That's what the pontoon floats are filled with.
What's it filled with white makeup and a hat and those sunglasses that go all the way around.
That's why Montgomery had to go like off island every now and then, was to get more sunscreen and to have a meat dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And perhaps one of the most bizarre choices, the end of this movie, showing real footage of people being angry and violent with
Yeah.
one another.
We all need to be medicated.
It's like, don't try to be deep now.
No, really.
No.
I have bullshit morality in comparison to
Did you
human
forget what
nature,
the message
blah,
was?
blah,
Apparently,
blah.
it was white saviorism.
Oh my goodness.
So, okay, I have a proposal of why this movie was bad and how it could be infinitely better and made a great film.
Okay.
Select and cut the entire cast. Copy and paste the entire cast from Jurassic Park.
Okay, I think we're still gonna
Hear
need...
me out on this. You got Richard Attenborough as
Father.
as father,
You already
right?
got the outfit.
You've got Jeff Goldblum as Val Kilmer's crazy chaos ass, right? You've got Sam Neill as
Douglas.
the UN guy.
Okay.
Yeah, do you kind of get where I'm going with this?
I understand, but you still need a script.
You still need a script, you still need direction, you still need a cinematographer. Things that this movie didn't have. But
And you need the actors to do what's being written on the page and not just do what they want.
yeah, because what the page had might not have been good, but what they also ad-lib
But
was
what they
good.
came up with was even worse.
However,
I hope.
I do love your parallelogram, Scott, and it's very nice.
I could easily see that cast doing this.
Yeah.
right?
And
It's
anyone-
Absolutely.
Anyone other than David Thewlis, I feel
The anti-David Thewlis Club
like. Now, at least.
founding member.
Jeez, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm really disappointed in him.
your mother and I are very disappointed, David.
I firmly believe the nuns at the Church of the Latter-day Saints or whatever need to give him a whack on the knuckles with the ruler.
The nuns at the church. Okay.
Neil knows
okay.
nothing about organized religions.
And
But I
Mark,
like
thank you
it.
for playing in the space with me. Mark loves my idea.
Scott, we all liked your idea. We just think we're gonna need more than just the cast.
Yeah.
We're gonna need more.
I give it a shot.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt having the director too. I mean, let's
Hinting, Cundy.
just take everybody. You know what I mean? We'll take the island too. We'll take the setting.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. Steven Spielberg wouldn't have been fired.
Probably
Right.
He would have
You know.
quit.
He would have swum off
No,
too.
he would have had his everything in place, and he wouldn't have fought with the Bob Shea at New Line and
Yeah.
all the executives there, and he wouldn't have gotten fired on the fourth day. And I mean, let's face it, if he's attached to it, the script probably would have already been really, really good.
Yeah.
And
maybe.
then they probably would have had some kids on bikes. And
Sure,
yeah.
probably,
E.T. phone home.
You know.
in a suburban neighborhood.
and the Douglas character would be leaving, and the
Yep.
Isa would be like, "I'll be right here."
And she's in the basket and they
Actually,
fly
he would
past
be
the
like,
road.
he'd be like, "Come,"
Yeah,
and
that's-
she'd be like, "Stay," and they'd both be like, "Ouch."
And there'd be Reese's Pieces and a wig. And trust me, it just would have been great.
I like how Steven Spielberg only directed E.T. in our
That was
heads.
his movie, right? He did E.T.
And that's it. Oh man.
For an equally good movie, we recommend Mac and Me.
Okay, now here. Okay, conversely, who would you replace from Dr. Moreau's cast in E.T.? Like Brando would definitely play E.T. I
Oh,
think.
he's absolutely playing E.T. He's insisting on playing E.T.
Absolutely. And changing the lines.
He'd be like, "No, I'm Gertie."
Oh, God, it wouldn't be Gert. Yeah.
5 minute soliloquies about freaking pine cone he found on the floor.
Soliloquy.
The pine cone. The pine cone is spiny.
When he dies, he's like, I've already got the white face paint.
That's right.
I've been buying in stock for this movie I'm doing in '96.
You know something else I read online, and I don't know if this is true. I might have read it on like Reddit or something. Somebody said this movie was supposed to take place in 2010. I mean,
Sure.
wild.
Why
Just
not?
make it even weirder.
Why not?
Anyway.
It would make sense why they had such an up-to-date, for the time, laptop on the island, yet it seemed like it was old. I guess I could see that. There was a laptop that was sitting there that immediately drew my attention
No.
No.
I didn't
because
even.
I wanted it.
I don't think
I wanted it.
I need to get a hat that has radio components on it, though. Like, wear in my head.
Let's wear it.
I need
Put
a
it in?
caloric converter.
Yeah, coming Cult Show merch coming soon.
Coming
An
soon.
ice bucket hat and a computer chip.
There's a lot of things coming soon. Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord. Deliver
Well,
us.
should we transition to our next
We have an activity.
activity?
Just bear with us for one moment.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I have to find the hold
It takes
bumper.
a second to hold because we
Right.
got to.
Oh, here it is. Got it. Okay, bye.
Hello.
Here we are, where I wish we could always do the show at the news desk.
Do. This just in. Island of
Island
Dr. Moreau.
Moreau sucks. Film at 11.
Watch it angry. Do a hate watch.
Yeah, definitely. Do they hate watching? So we are going to keep with the jungle theme of Dr. Moreau, and we're going to play a couple old school Atari 2600 games that have to do with jungle life. You could even pretend maybe the one of these is Val Kilmer, these characters, or Dr. Moreau all in white. I don't know.
That's probably Dr. Moreau.
Okay,
Maybe.
let's go for
There's
it.
hyena swine.
So the first one we're playing is Jungle Hunt, 1982 game, I'm guessing.
I've never seen,
83? Okay,
never
well, thank you.
seen or heard of
Oh,
these
okay.
games.
Yes, so that's why Sandra's going to play it first, because Sandra loves Atari.
We played something on here that was kind of fun. It's just kind of weird.
We played Circus Atari last time, didn't we? Anyway,
What do I do?
what you do is the red button makes you jump, the other button
Okay.
makes you move. So you want to try and jump from
Button
vine
or
to
the
vine.
joy or the stick?
You push the stick towards the vine, and then you hit the red button when you're ready to jump to it. Very good.
Nice.
I'm picking it up, people. Do
Very
I have to
good.
gain a little momentum?
Not really.
Okay, because it's not doing it.
Yeah. You just push in the direction, and there you go.
Are those bananas on my tree?
I don't know. Ooh,
Ooh.
that was a close one.
Yeah.
You better be careful with your swinging.
That made my heart drop.
Did it skip a beat?
It did.
Did it, Dr. Moreau on you?
Wow, this is a blast.
Well, there's more levels. You have to get
This
to
is
the
level 1.
you have
No,
to
it
get to
is
the
kind of
safe
hard.
point.
It's just weird that it's like this is all we're doing.
You're
Watching
swinging.
Dr. Moreau swing from a tree here. Maybe I should die just to see what happens.
No, don't do it. Trust me. Then you have to do it. Watch it all over again. I don't want to watch that movie.
It's just like
again.
the movie.
That's right.
Why is this vine different color, you think?
I couldn't
Oh, wait,
figure
there's
that
another
either.
one.
That one's a fast mover.
And
know.
another
Look
one.
like a
Maybe
move.
that's why it's special.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, you did it. Okay,
Oh,
now you're gonna have to
no, someone else
you
take
push
the
the
turn.
red. Get the.
I made it through level 1, guys.
Oh, I got eaten.
Did you get your dead?
You have to stab at the very right moment, or you get eaten.
You're stabbing those?
Yeah.
What did they ever...
Oh, I got.
You're in their house.
I'm not saying it's fair or right. And then you also have to get oxygen. See, there's a diving meter there that goes down.
This reminds me of that movie that we watched about the Australian people recently, where they're out there being rude to all the animals and stuff.
I mean, that awesome film called
the last episode that we just did.
Yeah, like a year ago. What was it called again? Long Weekend.
It was your pick.
I know. I enjoyed that movie. You keep doing this until you get to the end. See, I won't kill them. I'm just gonna swim right by because that would be rude.
You're going to let them live.
Yes.
Neil chooses life.
I choose life. Okay, Caleb, you'll be next. Okay, I think you're next. Oh, no, I lied.
One more gator.
I have to say, the
Oh, man.
Oh no, the
Oh, you died
graphics.
anyway? No, you died.
The graphics on this are legitimately like actually quite good for Atari.
Yeah, they're not
Like
bad.
really quite good.
There's water, 2 different shades of blue between the water and the sky. Some oh, shit, I want to get Caleb. Ah!
Oh, what are those?
We're jumping over a block.
Oh,
Here, Caleb.
yeah.
That's a big bouncer, Caleb. Ah!
Shit.
Hit bounce.
It's with a high bouncer. The one that jump really high, you gotta like time and try to duck on everything.
How do you duck?
Push down.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, hit red button again. You can start again.
Are you kidding me? We have to start from the beginning?
You do. That's how Atari works.
Oh no.
So Caleb is back to jumping on the vines for all of you on the podcast currently watching or listening to us.
Oh,
Like-
this is not making the podcast.
I know. I'm cutting
No,
this out.
it's too
All right.
weird. You can't just like.
Oh my gosh,
shit.
Caleb, you're like
This is really hurting my thumb.
I know it's
Oh,
like the
It's
yeah.
got a
little
bad thumb.
That's
the
right.
little thing is so
I
stiff.
forgot Caleb can't.
No, it has nothing to do with stiff.
It is stiff though.
I mean, all you have to do is hit the red button. You don't even have to use the.
Oh,
joystick.
okay. It does it without even
Yeah,
hitting
that
it. There
does
you go.
nothing.
Oh, I thought it did something.
Caleb's doing very well though. There you go.
Jump around.
Jump, get down.
Jump. Everybody jump.
Swing a little.
Pack
Look
it
at
up,
the
pack it in,
bananas
let
in
me
the
begin.
trees.
Okay, he's still jumping.
High above the forest
Okay, now you're
floor.
going for the just avoid them, I guess, if you can. You can push forward if you want to go back. No, that was a slick move right there.
I see what you're doing.
He like skirted by them.
Ooh.
I don't think you can do. I think it like it's a stab
You
and
want
it
me
takes
to-
a couple seconds. Yeah. But you're still- Oh, very good.
I didn't even notice that was something you're supposed to do.
Caleb got 8.
I can't swim.
Toby Hooper movie, Eat Alive. Remember a giant alligator? That's what happened here. Oh, that's a coral eater, by the way. Coral! Coral!
Okay, this is very stiff.
That's Atari joysticks, man.
This game is Jungle Hunt.
You're stiffer
This
than
is Jungle Hunt. I want to get to the point where we can get to jump past the masked guys with their spears. Probably
Naturally.
would consider culturally insensitive now, probably.
Probably was then too. Just that nobody
No one
listened to the
cared.
people
No
who
one
were
cared back then.
who were hurt. Yeah.
Go, Caleb, go.
You have to kill a certain number of beavers to move on.
What? You do?
Oh, it says 3. No.
No.
Oh no, he's back to doing his Indiana Jones here.
Maybe try and duck into the big one. I'm good, Caleb. We're jumping over them rocks.
Caleb is doing
Oh,
phenomenal.
okay, Sam, go for it.
You
Do
go.
it.
You haven't gone. Okay. Take it back.
Where did you go? Are you
Okay.
jumping?
You want to try a different game?
no. Yeah, let's try a different game.
Oh, Scott wants to play?
Scott wants to go.
Scott's
Producer
going for
Scott's
it.
gonna have a
I don't know
go.
how this looks on the green screen. I don't care.
Scott's playing. Oh, this is going.
He's gonna speed run this jungle.
Right. 3 minutes, he's going to finish it. Oh, that was a close one. Yeah, now he's waiting.
You learned your viewers.
Did you go online and
Holy Jesus.
pull up the
Cheats.
cheats? Yeah.
Scott's crushing this one.
He's really good at video games.
Yeah, but it's just people that are like that. And I
Not
used
me.
to- I used to
Oh,
play
you got
that.
8?
Why is this? What? Oh, I'm.
I-
Oh, it's
Oh, maybe that's why.
That's why he's doing so well.
Did you see that one?
Yeah. You did 100 points. That's
Yeah,
good.
You did.
Wow, 300.
Let's
Look at that. You gotta time it. Oh, no.
You did not time it.
This is your last
You
time.
chose 40.
Yeah.
By the way, they're re-releasing that. You guys' favorite Indiana Jones movie.
Which one?
The last
You
one.
don't know which one's your favorite one.
Well, I didn't hear that any of them were being re-released.
You got one more life. Go, Caleb, go. Go, Caleb.
Just staring into the camera when I say
Are you really uninterested that much
Staring into the dark abyss.
in 4-bit? What bit is this, Scott?
I love
8?
this.
Wasn't Nintendo's and Sega's 8-bit? Really? Okay.
I love this for all y'all that love it. You know what I mean?
I don't know how to get over that one.
I know, it's too hard. All right.
Let's do the next game.
That game is stupid. I hate it. Throwing the joystick and stomping
It looks
on
a little different on the picture.
It does.
So the next game we're playing is Pitfall.
Yeah, this one is classic.
This one I remember playing
It's
a
loading.
very, very,
It's
very
loading.
long
Oh,
time.
Glenn Gang failed. Okay.
Did you
Okay.
try blowing on it?
I am now.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sometimes in this new Atari, you have to play with it a little bit to make it work. And if it doesn't work, oh well. Loading game. Loading game. I think we're gonna make it.
Oh,
no.
that looks problematic.
We're closer, but now it tripped out.
That didn't even. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Whoa, that's wild.
These are original cartridges.
Yeah, that's
With
pretty cool.
with the new Atari, so sometimes they don't play together well. I have found.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I mean, when he says, "Oh, they're old," they have like coffee stains on them or something. Like they're
Back when I was
no.
in the day when I used to drink coffee as a kid and play my Atari.
Yeah. And
And
Sure.
my iced coffee though.
love iced coffee. I could go for one of those
I
about
could
now.
use a nice coffee.
Right about now.
Now
Ice
we want
cold
some iced coffee.
Check it out.
Yeah, come on, baby. Come on, baby.
You
Yeah.
can do it.
All right, Sandra, you want to have first go again?
Yeah. What do I do?
This one you run and jump over things and jump on things. So I
But she
think
can
we-
go down the.
try going now. Nothing.
No, nothing.
I gotta remember.
Wrong controller.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay. Caleb's got it. You gotta jump over things though. That's a brick wall. You cannot go through the brick
You're
walls.
a brick wall.
I am. You gotta jump over logs and spiders and everything that you see.
Oh, look at those logs.
Very
Nice.
good.
Don't rush it.
And you fall in the pit.
What gets you away from the logs?
Yeah, you can. If you go up to it and push down, you go down the ladder. So now you gotta go and push to the side. I think. There you go.
You made it.
And then you fall back down the hole.
Damn it.
Caleb pokes his head out and goes back. Good job.
Oh, we made it.
And you swing on that vine.
You kidding me?
You swing on the vine.
That looks hard. There.
Yeah, you push down. You push down when you want to get up.
Look at the scorpion. He's so cute.
Yep.
I'm sweating, you guys.
And then
Yeah.
you have
You
to
gotta
jump
on top of their
on their
head, right?
eyeballs
when
so they
their
don't eat
mouth
you.
is closed, though.
Yes, but
Why is
you have to land on their eyeballs when they, cause otherwise when they open their mouth, you'll get eaten.
Why is the scorpion so cute? It's just like marching back and forth. Not sure. Yeah, I'll try it. Why
Try
not?
jumping on their eyeballs.
Oh shit! I gotta be close to the edge.
Or just walk into the water. It's cool.
And if their mouth has to be closed?
No, you can jump on their eyeballs when their mouths are open, or you can jump on their mouth when they're closed, but then move to the eyeball. Sandra's jumping.
I could not get the jumping.
Okay, let me see. Let me see what I can do.
I was trying to
I'm
jump.
gonna go this way. Yeah, you can go in either direction on this one.
Now you tell me.
The wonderful world of
Where are you going?
you collect treasure, you go long enough.
Where's the treasure?
So you just do like the same things looking for treasure?
Where's
Yeah.
the treasure?
I don't know, it's at the end of each little level.
You're absolutely right, Army B. This is where old people say, "Here, let me do it."
Oh, that's fire.
Oh, fire! That's the fire that
That's the fire
does
that-
kill.
That's the fire that burns your butt if you get too close.
Oh, a snack!
Cobra.
He's so cute.
That's it. Little cobra.
There's a
How is that a
scorpion.
cobra? It had a rattler on the end. That's a
Yeah.
rattlesnake.
You're right. Sorry.
It's a cobra rattler.
Jesus, Neil.
It's a cobra rattler.
It's a cobra rattler in this world.
I love this thing. I love this precious.
I love the like oh sound.
Ah, I pulled a Caleb.
What's wrong with that?
We call that pulling a Caleb.
Oh my God.
When you fall down the hole.
Jesus Christ.
You try to
I have a bad thumb.
Caleb has a bad.
Too much hitchhiking.
That's what it is. It's an old hitching injury.
Fall in the hole now, bitch.
Follow him now, you stupid bitch.
Don't make fun of my hitchhiking deformity.
Deformity. Damn. Listen to fucking Douglas over here.
We're at
The devil.
Caleb's
Oh, what
satanic
happened?
thumb.
Oh no.
Loading.
I
Loading.
banged on the table too hard.
Oh no. I gotta start all over
So you get
again.
the gist.
Yeah.
We all know how this goes.
Well,
Time to
thanks for
wrap it up.
joining us, everyone.
Thanks for
Yep. No, well, enough of that. It keeps restarting now. That was fun.
So
Hey,
Sandra,
real quick before we go. Yeah. That was fun, right?
It was interesting.
Interesting.
Like I said,
2 Atari games, yeah?
for people who love this, I love that you love it.
It's, it's a good... I would believe I would sit for hours and play this back in the day.
Explains a lot.
Way
Explains
back
a
in the
lot.
day. Way back in the day. Anyway, it's all good times, though. But real quick before we go, we just wanted to acknowledge Sandra on completing another hard semester of school with this lovely cake that producer Scott does.
He made this during the show. He baked
He
this.
baked it in his ready bake oven sitting right there.
I thought I smelled burning.
Strawberry blueberry shortcake.
Do
Yeah.
not perceive me. Don't look at me. I'm embarrassed.
Yay.
Yeah, good
Anyway,
job,
Everyone,
Sandra. We are
give
so proud of
Sandra a round of applause for another tough year, or I
Absolutely.
guess semester. Year? It's been a year.
And more to go. Who's
Yes,
counting?
more to go, but you did a good job. I
more
know it was
counting.
tough. So,
It's a dingle hopper.
anyway, congratulations.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
you have our next pick. Do you know what we're doing?
I do, and I'm now the title's failing me.
Uh-oh.
And it's a movie I've seen. Can you hand me my phone?
I can absolutely do that.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Sorry.
Very Linda Richmond.
I
I'll
feel
give
like
you
I
a
put you on the
topic.
spot.
Well, it's because all of this is so spotting. Yes.
The pick is
Yes. Pride Month pick, June. We're taking it back. And when I say back, we're going back to
The future.
1932,
wow.
The Old Dark House.
The old dark house.
The Old Dark House, which
She
I have
ain't
not
what she used to be.
seen in so long.
Mm.
James Whale, Pride Month kickoff at the Cult Show.
Okay, cool. And is that in 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Okay, more than likely.
like 2 weeks. Like give it 2 weeks.
Okay,
Yeah, give it 2 weeks.
cool. The old dark house. I don't know that one.
You never seen that one?
James
No.
Whale, though, huh?
James Whale.
I mean, he's
think-
quite the director of that time.
Absolutely. I
So,
love James Whale.
okay.
Love him.
Cool.
Awesome.
Can we get it somewhere? Have we verified?
It's I think it's on like Tubi. It's on like several
Okay.
places.
Okay. All right, cool.
So get it while you can't get it while it's hot. Yeah, and we'll talk about it. And if you don't know and you're like, why is that Pride pick? What's going on? You'll see.
Okay.
Do your homework and watch the movie and meet us next class.
Excellent. Well, it's been a hoot. I've been happy seeing you guys and coming back. Thanks for having us.
Bye.